Yeah, we're going to add something new to our videos. We are going to start measuring our cargo areas here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Just don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive in and not waste your guys' time. So the 2025 Porsche Macan in the base entry-level trim. Now, this does have an extra add-on package, and we're going to be talking about that later on in this video. What do you get with regards to the 2025 Macan? Well, you got 4 trims right off the bat. You have the base level entry, the second one up, the T, then the S, then the GTS. 2 powertrain options. One of the 2 are in this exact video. 2.0 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine paired together with a 7-speed PDK dual clutch transmission. This one is pushing 261 horsepower with 295 pounds-feet of torque. The second engine option is the moment you tap into that trim, the S trim or the GTS, you go 2.9 liter V6 optioned on that powertrain, okay? MPG on this exact number is a 19 city, 26 highway with a 19.8 gallon gas tank size. Let's go ahead and talk about some dimensions for you guys so you guys can see if it's gonna fit in your guys' driveway or your garage. 186 inches in length, 76 inches in width, 63 inches in height with 110.5-inch wheelbase. Standard of 7.3-inch ground clearance, but if you got the air ride suspension, you can increase that ground clearance. And 4,400 pounds of towing capacity, standard on all Macans. Does not matter exactly which engine you do have, okay? Now, what do we get on the front end of the beautiful Macan? The exterior paint color on this exact Macan is white. We have the blacked out housing, matte black and high gloss black housing inside the headlights, LED projector headlights, Porsche engraved or integrated into that housing. Over to the bezel area here, we have the hazards on. We left the daytime running lights on, as you guys can see if the hazards turn off, as well as the active air vents, matte black plastic trim going across that upper front grille, 360 panoramic camera, your sensor system, and lower than that, the bumper sensors going across. If we shoot over to the driver's side, your parking marker over to the wheel area. Remember, different trims will have different rims and rubbers, okay? So we got a Pirelli Scorpion Verde all-season tire, very nice tire. And what is the size of this exact tire, you might ask? 265, 45, 20. And we got a dual color rim in the gunmetal high gloss gray inside, machine surface silver on the outside with the suspension system and the shock spring strut on this base level entry. But don't forget, it's still Porsche, so that suspension is wicked. Over to the side mirror, we have the blind spot assist, integrated blinker lighting, 360 panoramic camera, and they do come automatic foldable with the stand here in the nice sporty look. I honestly, I've always been a fan of Porsche, so I'm very enthusiastic as I'm reviewing this car. High gloss black trim going around the windows. Lower than that, we have the same color paint on all trims, on the doors and the rocker panel cover. Over to the rear end, this is where we're going to kind of have that sport coupe or the sportback coupe look because of the Macan. High gloss black, spoiler, integrated brake light, privacy glass, and that wiper. One of my favorite parts on the Porsches is the LED bars going across. These things look phenomenal at night. We left the hazards on so you guys get an idea. Porsche, and they no longer have a lens, but you can actually see it's kind of a 3D look on the taillights. Macan, bumper sensors going across, matte black plastic lower fascia, along with the dual tip exhaust on each side, giving you a total of 4 exhausts. And you are also asking, where's the backup camera? Right over that niello.com license plate, right here with its own little washer. And this is where we like to stop and give a shout out and a thanks to Porsche Niello here at the Rockland, California, outside of Sacramento. And why do we want to give them a shout out and thanks? Because they gave us this vehicle for this walk around review. So all you couch potatoes can actually shop from home, all right? If you guys find yourselves in the market for a Porsche, I have to say they got a great team to spend their time for the ins and outs of what you guys need. So shoot over to their store. Parking reflectors and backup lighting. Let's go ahead and open up this tailgate and talk cargo. And the way you're going to open up that tailgate is this little button here. Press self opening, which is very nice and convenient for a base level entry. Cargo area, 17 cubic feet of space with second row seat up. Second row seat down, 53 cubic feet of space. Let's go ahead and measure those. The moment you guys have all been waiting for, we started doing this in majority of all our reviews. About 3 feet, 36 to 37 inches of cargo area behind that second row. If we drop that second row and go over to the front seat. Now, again, depending where your front seat's at, if you're shorter or taller, this is going to be a give and take. About 70 inches, 5 feet, 10 inches over to the plastic panel. In between the In between the plastic or the covers here, between the wheel wells, it's going to be about 40 to 41 inches, which is about 3 feet, 5 inches, okay? We have some LED lighting on the right and on the left. Let's go ahead and lift this mat and show you guys the spare tire and the Bose subsystem. Really cool. Now that we're done talking about powertrain, trim options, exterior, and cargo, let's talk about interior. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. So let's show you guys what the interior entails. Now, I did mention that we're going to talk about the premium package. Well, here's the premium package list and what it comes with. So take a good look at that list. And let's talk about now what's added options on the interior side of this vehicle. Well, you get the Bordeaux red leather interior seating surfaces. You also get the optional Bose premium sound system, the optional panoramic glass that I was talking about. We're going to open up this visor later. The GT Sport steering wheel here, as well as the Sport Chrono system, okay? So those are all added options, all right? On top of the premium package, that is, okay? Here's the MSRP sticker. Take a good look at that so you guys get a better idea of what it comes with. The price tag on this MSRP sticker is about $80,000. Let us know what you guys think. Let's go ahead and show you guys real quick the Macan. Now, we did mention that premium package, you get the heated and the ventilated seats, perforation, electric controlled with the leg extensions. In front of that passenger seat, lockable glove compartment. Nice and big. High gloss black trim with some hyper silver. And we come over to the infotainment screen. Let's go ahead and show you guys a few things about the infotainment screen, okay? So we do have the weather, the news, all that good stuff, but I wanted to show you guys the navigation and what it looks like, as well as if we go over back to the apps, and we can go ahead and split this screen and give you guys a shortcut. Come back over to the car, and then you can mess around with your displays. If we come over to the media, this is what your media system looks like, okay? I want to show you guys what the camera system looks like, all right? We can back up, engage that camera. You got one backup camera. Can we go ahead and mess around with that bird's eye view, just like that, and then we can mess around with the angles there, okay? Now, lower than that, let's go ahead and put that parking before we hit something. Your touch-sensitive defroster buttons, your ACs, and your syncing, as well as your dual climate controls with the little switches to control, as well as the way you want your airflow to go, as well as your heated and ventilated seats, off-road, your engine on-off button, hill descent, along with your lane departure, and the traction control. Macan emblem there in the center with a little bit of cubby room, cup holders nice and big, with a small little center console, but a lot's going on. This is where your wireless charging pad is here with your USB-Cs, USB-As, your SIM card, your SD cards. Up top, electric controlled sun visor. All right, you don't have to press and hold that, as well as tilt and slide moonroof option. And I have to say, this is probably another one of my favorite parts of the interior. Go with the glass in front of this whole panel here with the lighting and the controls for that glass and visor. A auto dimmable rear view mirror. Over to the Sport Chronos package, you get the clock there on the dashboard. Then we come over to the cluster. Okay, on the cluster itself, we got one digital screen that's on the right, and you can mess around with that digital screen and go through your info cards and things of that sort, just like that. All right, and then you have on the left-hand side the manual gauges, and honestly, I'm kind of missing these manual gauges because a lot of these vehicles that we're reviewing now are going full digital. So when I look at a manual gauge, it's literally, it feels like we've lost what made sense, honestly. I personally think you just have less tech in the cars. A lot of people like that, but again, I'm a fan of both. It's just that I'm not used to seeing the manual gauges anymore in these higher-end cars. On the left-hand side, lighting knob there with your key fob, or the fake key fob, I might say. Steering wheel, leather wrap steering wheel. This is the sport steering. Drive modes here, and we could go ahead and go through the drive modes: sport, sport plus, individual, and normal, and you'll see that there on that display screen, as well as your voice controls and also your media controls, the paddle shifters for that 7-speed PDK, and levers there for your windshield wipers, lever here on the left for your signal light, and cruise control right under that. Door panel. Door panel is going to be memory seating, window switches, tailgate button, as well as the automatic foldable side mirrors with some high gloss black. Let's shine some light on that. So what the door panel looks like with the Bordeaux red and the Bose sound system. Now that we're done with the front side, let's shoot over to the second row. But I wanted to mention to you guys one more thing. Check out the crests for Porsche on the headrest. Really cool. Now let's do second row seating. Now second row seating. To put things into perspective, people always ask me, how tall are you? Well, I'm about 6 feet 2 inches for the ones who are watching this video. Head clearance is not there. I'm completely touching the top liner, so your tall passengers will not be back here. Leg clearance here as well. In front of the bench seat, hard backs on the front seats and the pockets there for personal belongings. In between these seats, we get a tri-zone climate control, and you can control that with this switch here, as well as your heated seats and 2 USB-C plugins. Bordeaux red heated seats, perforated leather back here as well with the cup holders, and the armrest is leather wrapped. And you cannot change the angles on the back seats, okay? That's kind of unfortunate, kind of would like to see that. And we got some reading lights right over your shoulder length area or your shoulder area, okay? Now that we're pretty much done, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Check out our other videos with regards to Porsche and many other make and model cars here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. If you got something for us to film, our email is in the captions below. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We have more cool things coming. God bless you.